So, Hare Krishna Matajis, before we start the class, let us take the blessings of the beautiful deities of ISKCON Mangaluru, Sri Radha Govinda Ji. Sri Radha Govinda Ji ki Jai. Okay, so we were doing 21st, right? Yeah, we're supposed to start here. Okay, and before we start, just a small revision because it's the continuation of yesterday's class. So it is like what they are trying to say here is in the previous slokas, in the previous 4 slokas, that our work should be, we have 3 types of karma. That is karma, akarma, and vikarma. So how should our work be? So we should have that knowledge. Should it be karma, akarma, or vikarma? What is akarma? Karma is what you do work in such a way that you follow the injunctions of the shastras. So what is said in the shastras? Depending on our varna and ashrama, we do such duties and responsibilities. Okay, that is karma. Okay, next vikarma. Vikarma is you don't follow the scriptures, you do whatever comes to your mind. So you go against the scriptures, or you just whatever I feel like I will do. That is vikarma. Okay, vikarma is nothing but you will, when you do vikarma, you will not even get human life. You will in fact go down, even more down. You will go to an animal life. But a karma, if you do, what happens, because you are following whatever is said in the Shastras, at least you'll go to the heavenly planets. Okay? That is called karma kanda. So you will go to the heavenly planets, but when your pious credit is over, you will again be falling to the material world. Actually, you wanted liberation from material world, right? That is the reason you did all this, the karma kanda, everything. But the thing is, only liberation can be got only in when you do akarma. See what happened if you do karma, you follow the Vedas, you follow the Shastras, you did the duties and responsibilities. Yeah, you went to the heavenly planets. There you enjoyed whatever pious credit you had. But once your pious credit is over, you will have to come back to this material world again. Actually, why did you do all this pious karma? So, because you wanted to escape this material world. But finally, what happened? You again came back to this material world only. Then what is the use? So, then you should understand. See, otherwise, if you don't understand, you will be roaming in this cycle of birth and death. Mm-hmm. But those who are intelligent, they understand the concept of akarma. When they do things to please Krishna, they don't have any karma because they're doing it to please Krishna, who's the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who's authority. He's telling us to do this, so we do it. So we don't bear the responsibility. It is Krishna who bears the responsibility of that result. Okay, but if we do anything for our sense pleasure, either there'll be a good or bad karma for that, for which we have to suffer or enjoy. So we have to come back to this material world to suffer or enjoy. So akarma means when you do anything for the satisfaction of Krishna, that is called akarma. You won't have any reaction. So that is what they are trying to say. That jnana you develop, that knowledge. See, only if you have knowledge can you do can you work properly. Otherwise, we'll do whatever comes to our mind, whatever we feel right, we will do it. Right? If there is no proper guidance or knowledge, we will do whatever comes to our mind and think that is only right. Okay, so that's why it is very important in the Shastras. It is said, if you want to get liberated, the only way is you should not have karma at all. What do we think generally? Oh, I don't want to go to hellish planets, so I will not do bad actions. That everybody will do. But here what Krishna is saying, if you want to get liberated, even pious credit should not be there. Pious karma also you should not do. That also should not be there. Everything should become zero. Okay, then only you will get liberated. Even if you have 1% of punya, 1% of papa, you will have to come back to this material world to suffer or enjoy that. There is no way escaping. See, material world is a place where we have both. If you do both only, we'll come back to this material world. That is both dukkha and sukha dukkha. Then only we come here. If we have only pious credit, why will we come here? We'll go to heavenly planets. If there is only bad karma, we'll go to hellish planets. Only if we have good and bad karma, that's when we come to the material plane. Okay, that we have to understand. So we have to nullify good or bad karma. Only way is liberation. How can we get liberated? By practicing Krishna consciousness, by doing whatever Krishna says, by pleasing Krishna, by doing our activities. Okay, so that is what we are trying to understand now. So in the yesterday's 4 shlokas, we were trying to see that. Okay, and in that we discussed once again. Action and inaction in action we discussed yesterday. Right? See, karma in akarma and akarma in karma. Okay? So, karma in akarma means what? See, once something is actually, they are not doing anything material, but it appears they are doing so. Okay, see, for instance, it appears, see, if an outsider, if you are going to a shop or a market and you want to buy mangoes, right, it appears that you are buying mangoes outwardly to satisfy your senses. Anybody, what they will think, not think also, it is generic, natural. When you go to a market, you're buying means what they'll think, okay, you're buying it to eat, for yourself to eat, or for your family members to eat. You're buying mangoes. But there is a difference in the way you observe. If a devotee is going and a non-devotee is going, if a devotee is going, he goes to that shop and he sees mangoes, ripe mangoes. He says, "Oh wow, these mangoes look so ripe. I think they'll be sweet. I'm sure Krishna will like it. Let me buy it for Krishna." Okay, outwardly it may look like, okay, both of them, even a devotee and a non-devotee are buying. But the person who is a devotee, he has this consciousness, this chetana, that I have to buy, I'll buy this. They look so nice. Krishna will definitely love them. They're so sweet. And he offers it to, he takes it and he offers first to the Lord, and then he has it as prasadam. Okay, but a non-devotee, what he does, wow, these mangoes are so sweet. I must have immediately after I go home, I should have it. So he does it for his sense gratification. Okay, so that is what they are saying. Karma in akarma means actually that is not materialistic what he's doing, but it appears like they are doing so. Okay, so it looks like action, but internally, if you see, he has no desire, he has no selfishness. Therefore, no karma, because he is doing it to please Krishna. Okay, this is called akarma. Like how as yesterday we discussed, right? Yeah, example of Arjuna. So Arjuna, outwardly, it is looking like he's doing a material job because he's a Kshatriya, he's fighting. It looks like that. But he's not fighting to please the senses. He's fighting to please the senses of Krishna. Okay. So that's why he has zero karma. So it is action, karma appearing inside inaction, in akarma. Okay. So this you have to understand. It outwardly it will appear material, but it is not material. It has zero karma. Why? Because it has it um, um, because you are doing it to please Krishna. Okay, though it appears material for others to see. Okay, next, and the other thing is what? Inaction in action. What does that mean? This is quite opposite again. So inaction in action. So you are doing some action. Like for example, you are working, you're cooking, you're teaching, you're fighting, taking care of your family, cleaning the temple, you're doing some managing service. This is externally you're seeing, you're working externally. But internally, what is your consciousness? I am doing it to please Krishna. I know Krishna is the enjoyer. I have no desire, you're not doing it for yourself, you're doing it to please Krishna. So you just think that I'm only an instrument. So you see, all of you all must be doing cooking, right? Cleaning the altar, everything, whatever deity place that you have, that puja room that you have, you may be cleaning it. You may be doing a job. You may be going to school, college, whatever you're doing. Everything, it looks externally that you're working, but internally, you think in your mind, Krishna, see, I'm working because I have to maintain my soul and body together. So for that, I'm working. So it is like you're to please Krishna, you're working now. Okay, that way also you have no karma. You're not working so that, oh, I'll work like a donkey, 24 hours I'll work. With the money that I get, I will enjoy all the comforts. You're not thinking that way. You are working because you have to keep your soul and body together. If your soul and body is together, then only you can practice Krishna consciousness well, right? You can do bhakti properly, right? And even when cooking also, see, if you're cooking externally, it looks like you're cooking to satisfy your senses. But what are you doing? After cooking, what do? You take the cooking thali or plate where you put, for example, rice or chapati or one fry curry or curry and one pickle, a little bit of curd and one sweet, and you take all this thali to the Lord and say, please accept Krishna. Thank you so much for giving me all this, but please you first have and then give it to us. So it's become, you're pleasing Krishna now. You're not pleasing your senses. Right? So you'll have zero karma. Okay, but for others, it may look materialistic. Like generally you're just cooking, they think that, oh, you're just cooking for your sense gratification. But no. So you cook, you're offering it to Krishna. So this way, so action and inaction, inaction in action. So you have outside, it looks like material. Even though you are doing devotional service also, but other people will think, like, see, you're cooking at home, that is actually devotional service, you're cooking for the Lord, that you only know. But materialistic people who think, they think they're cooking for themselves, because that's what they do. That's why they think like that. Externally, it looks like that, but there is no karma. It is zero karma. Okay, like that. So you should practically everything, whatever you're doing. One thing you should remember: you should do it to please Krishna. Whatever work daily you're doing, you should just, if you are doing it to satisfy your senses, it means that you are being entangled. There will be either a reaction, good karma or bad karma. Okay, because of good or bad karma, you have to come back to this material world to enjoy or suffer. So there's no question of liberation. If you want liberation, the only way is practice Krishna consciousness. Do it to please Krishna. Okay, so that is the concept now. Now let's go to the next shloka. Yeah. Jaya Mataji, if you don't mind, can you please read 21 shloka, Mataji?
Hare Krishna, sure, Mataji. I was having some doubt about Shloka 18, now it's clear.
Yeah, wonderful, Mataji.
I was about to ask you in the last, okay, it's clear. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Shloka 21. Nirashiryada chittatma tyakta sarva parigraha shariram kevalam karma kurvan napnodi kilbisham.
Hare Krishna. Wonderful, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Please read the
Yes.
translation.
Such a man of understanding acts with mind and intelligence perfectly controlled, gives up all senses of proprietorship over his possessions, and acts only for the bare necessities of life. Thus, working, he is not affected by sinful reactions.
Haribol. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you,
So what
Madaji.
is it?
Thank you.
Such a person, such a Krishna conscious person, how is his mind, how he is, they are trying to tell. See, he, with his mind and intelligence, is perfectly controlled. Why? Because he's in Krishna consciousness, all his mind and senses are engaged in devotional service to the Lord. So his mind is now steady. It is perfectly controlled. It is not disturbed. It is not wavering. Okay. See, if we have an undisturbed mind, we don't know what we are doing. We are always in anger, disturbed, like all kinds of negative feelings come into us with a disturbed mind because we can't think properly. Our mind will be giving all kinds of different thoughts. But if your mind is steady, cool, when will the mind be steady and cool? When will the mind be a friend? If you engage all your mind and senses in the service of Krishna, then it is like focus, it becomes focused, it becomes steady, it is perfectly controlled. Okay, so when the mind and intelligence are perfectly controlled, what does that person do? Krishna conscious person do, or a devotee? He gives up sense of all proprietorship. He never thinks that this is mine, that is mine, that is mine, this is mine. Even the body is not mine. He knows that because he's using his body in the service of Krishna. Because that body is also not given under his control. It is given by his parents. Okay, so he and he does not think that uh, whatever he has also, like he gives up all sense of proprietorship in the sense over his positions, everything. So he does not think that suppose he's staying in a house, he does not think this is my house. What does he think? This is Krishna's house. I am staying here as a guardian. Krishna has given me this house. I am a guardian. I am responsible for it. He does not say that this is my own house. He will say, this is my, I mean, I'm the guardian. Krishna has made me the guardian for this house. He never, even a small thing that he brings, even a notebook, a pen, everything he says, it is Krishna's. But I'm using it in his service. Everything, whatever comes to his house, if a new cloth comes, new shoes comes, he puts it in front of Krishna and says, thank you, Krishna. Thank you, Krishna. Like that. Everything he acknowledges. He does not think that it is his. It is Krishna's. He thinks it is Krishna's. And he is using it on behalf of Krishna. I mean, in the sense, not behalf of Krishna. How do you say? As a guardian, he's just monitoring. Like now, Krishna has put me as a guardian. Now it's my responsibility to take care of this house. Like that. Okay, so he has no sense of proprietorship over his possessions and acts only for the bare necessities of life. And this person, he does not go for comforts because he knows that his life is for Krishna. He knows his real Swarupa. Jivera Swarupa hoy, Krishnera Nityadas. So he knows he's not this body and he knows he's the soul. And the Swarupa of the soul is what? To serve Krishna. So he wants to get himself more involved in serving Krishna. For that, but for serving Krishna, he needs the body, right? So minimum maintenance he does to keep body and soul together. Not like 24 hours like a donkey, he won't be working and then piling up money, wealth, property, name, fame. He does not look for all this. Just to maintain, because if he wants to do bhakti, he needs this body, right? Body and soul have to be together. So obviously in this material world, to keep up the soul and body together, you have to work. You don't get food just like that, like the animals, right? Animals and birds, we have to work. So he works minimum just to get that little amount of food, a little amount of clothing, where a shelter where he can stay. He does not say, oh, I want a 3-4 bedroom house to stay and I want to go to the restaurant and eat. luxuriously, or at home also he doesn't say I want to eat luxuriously for 4 or 5 items I want to eat. He has nothing like that. See, whatever comes to him, like naturally, like how much he works, he decides that he wants to work only for 9 to 5. Generally, those are the office work timings, right? Not beyond that, he does not want to work. Immediately 9 to 5 he works minimum. That is what is needed, and then he comes back home again. He starts his spiritual practice again, because he knows that is the goal of life, to go back to Godhead, not working in this material world and getting attached and again coming back to enjoy or suffer the karma. So he does not want to repeat, because he has this knowledge. He does not want to repeat the cycle of birth and death. He wants to get liberated and go back to Krishna. Okay, so that's why little bare necessities, whatever is available within the salary that he gets, he eats. He lives in a simple house, one bed, or one BHK, or a studio, or whatever per his this thing, minimum necessity. Okay, he eats. He does not eat the junk or all that. He tries to eat sattvic food like wheat, rice, vegetables, fruits, milk, like that. Okay, so thus working, he is not affected by sinful reactions. So obviously, so in this way he keeps himself always in Krishna consciousness, so he is not affected by any sinful actions, because whatever he is doing is Krishna consciousness. Even though he is working now, but internally what is his consciousness? I'm working for Krishna, because if I have to do bhakti, I have to work. I have no option. Nobody will give me food otherwise. Where will I stay? I need money for that. So he understands that. So even though outside it appears materially that he's doing job, many people will ask, devotee, he's also doing job, I am also doing job. What big thing he's doing? That's what they think. But internally, it's generally the consciousness that varies. Okay, the other person, the non-devotee, he's working so that he can earn money to satisfy his senses. But this person, devotee, he's working to keep his soul and body together so that he can do more of bhakti together. Okay, so that we have to understand. So let's see what they are saying here. 21. A Krishna conscious person does not expect good or bad results in his activities. Okay, so he is never worried. He is not worried about the result at all. He does his duty 100% to his 100% capacity, and he leaves the rest to Krishna. Even if it is failure or success, does not matter to him. Okay, so his mind and intelligence are fully controlled because he's doing bhakti. Obviously, his mind is steady. So he knows that because he's part and parcel of the Supreme, the part played by him as part and parcel of the whole is not his own activity, but is only being done through him by the Supreme. So we all know that we are part and parcel of the Supreme, Krishna. Okay, so so it's like Krishna, whatever we are doing, it is like Krishna is getting it done through us. Whatever he wants, he is getting it done through us. Okay, so that we have to understand. He knows that. Okay, he knows that he's just an instrument, he's just like a puppet. Okay, so when the hand moves, it does not move out of its own accord, but by the endeavor of the whole body. See, if you want a hand to move, your hand to move, so it's not the signals have to go from here, from the hand, from the nerves to the brain, and then the brain has to give signal for the hand to lift. So how fast? Like, see, it's just not the hand getting lifted. There's so much involved, right? The whole body is involved in that. So, like that, even if we want to do something, it is not practically that we are doing. We are doing it on Krishna is making us do it. Okay, so like that, we have to understand. See, if the hand wants to move, it's the effort of the whole body that is required to move the hand. Not just the hand cannot move by itself. Okay, a Krishna conscious person is always dovetailed with the supreme desire, for he has no desire for personal sense gratification. See, a Krishna conscious person is always thinking that how will I satisfy the supreme, because he personally does not have any sense gratification. He knows that he's the soul, and his main purpose is to serve the Lord. He's a servant of the Lord. Okay, so whatever activity he does in the material world, he converts it into Krishna conscious. See, now he's doing job. He converts that to Krishna conscious. Why? So that what even is practically also, if you see, he whatever income he gets when he does the job, some percent every month he gives something, donates it to the temple, or for whatever purpose, for some Krishna conscious activity. Okay, and he works only to keep his body and soul together. Okay, not for his sense gratification, right? To do his bhakti, he has to earn money. For that purpose, he is doing that. Krishna knows. So he is trying to please Krishna. Okay, so he always dovetails the material things to spiritual. Okay, that we have to understand. He moves exactly like a part of a machine. As the machine part requires oiling, cleaning for maintenance, so a Krishna conscious man maintains himself, see, just by his word, just to remain fit for action in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Okay, see, just like how a screw is a part of a machine. Now, if the screw becomes rusty, then the whole machine may sometimes be a problem. It can't run. So that small screw, it needs to be oiled and it has to be cleaned. That rust has to be removed. Right? Okay, like that, a Krishna conscious person, he is not working to maintain himself. But why is he maintaining himself? So that he can do bhakti. Why is he earning money? Not to so that he can live comfortably. He's doing so that I mean, like to maintain his soul and body, so that he can do more of bhakti. Okay, so that he can stay fit and healthy. So only with this body, right? If you're just soul, with the soul you can't do any activity. The soul needs a body. In the material world, it needs a material body. In the spiritual world, it needs a spiritual body. So it can't do anything. That's why they say, na, the subtle body, which is there inside, it's like some if when people commit suicide, it's only the subtle body, gross body, because it is burnt off or buried or whatever. Okay. Now the subtle body inside remains. Subtle body is nothing but mind, intelligence, false ego. It does not have a body now. That's why it keeps traveling in the air. It cannot eat properly. It cannot touch anybody. It cannot do anything. That life is even more horrible. When you're in the subtle body as a ghost. Subtle body means you have become ghost. You can't touch anybody. You don't have any emotions. You can't eat. You feel like eating. You feel like eating. You see people eating, but you can't eat. How much of pain is that? Because you don't have body. That medium is not there. Okay, so that we have to understand. And generally, what people think, if I commit suicide, all my problems will come to an end. That is not at all a solution. Suicide is a crime, and we should not do it, even for our Shastras also. The pain that they undergo is, you cannot describe it, because you don't have a body. And we have so many desires. We cannot fulfill it without a body. So they are struggling. See, for instance, that person who committed suicide had 40 years of life, and he commits suicide at 30 years. Those 10 years he has to stay in that subtle body, and he has to bear that pain. Even though he's hungry, he can't eat. Even though he feels like eating, he can't eat. If he wants to convey, nobody can see him. He can't convey anything. He can't talk to anybody. So nothing like that is possible. So okay, so it's very painful. Okay, and he's therefore immune to all the reactions of his endeavors. Why? Because he's doing all activities to please Krishna. So no reaction for him, akarma. So like an animal, he has no proprietorship even over his own body. Okay, see, a cruel proprietor of an animal sometimes kills the animal in his possession, yet the animal does not protest, nor it does not have any real independence. Correct now? See what happens. See, it sometimes these people, they grow goats, sheep, But after growing them, what do? The animal thinks that, oh, my master is so good, so take caring, he's giving me nice food, fresh grass. What does it think? My master is everything for me. But what does the master do finally? He kills him and he eats as meat. See, it cannot even protest now. Don't kill me, don't kill me. It can't say, it can only shout. It does not have that independence also. It does not have that strength. It cannot go and call and make a big hangama saying that, see, they are killing me, you help me. It can't do that also, right? It's an animal. So nothing it can do. Okay, so like that, here they're saying like an animal, he has no proprietorship over his own body also. So like that, a Krishna conscious person, he thinks that he has no proprietorship over anything, even his own body. He knows that his body is given by his parents. So that's why he knows that he has no right to harm it. That's why, so to make the best use of a bad bargain, somehow he's got his body and somehow he's there in this material world because of whatever reason may be. So he uses his body in a positive way. Okay, he engages this body in the service of Krishna. Okay, next, for maintaining the body and soul, he does not require unfair means of accumulating money. He does not therefore become contaminated by such material sins. He is free from all reactions to his actions. So he, for maintaining, see, generally this Kali Yuga, you see many people, they cheat in business. That's why they say black money, black market, right? So they don't go for all such things. They always, whatever little they earn, honest way they earn, and they eat whatever they get. What they think, if something is not coming, they think, okay, this is not in my favor, or it is not in my karma, or Krishna doesn't want to give it. So then fine. So they will adjust with whatever little they are getting, they will eat, they will maintain their livelihood, and they will live. And they will do their bhakti. That is why, because they're honest and sincere in their work, they will have no sins. Okay, so he's free from all reactions. Okay, now let's read 22nd before. So, Jaya Mataji, would you please like to read 22nd Shloka Mataji?
Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, please.
Hare Krishna. Shloka 22. Yadrichalapasandushto द्वन्द्वातीतो विमत्सरः समः सिद्धावसिद्धौ च कृत्वापि न निबध्यते.
Very bold, wonderful, wonderful. Please read the translation, Mataji.
Translation: he who is satisfied with gain which comes of its own accord, who is free from duality and does not envy, who is steady in both success and failure, is never entangled, although performing actions.
Hare Krishna. Sorry, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji. So here, what are they saying? More qualities of a Krishna conscious devotee, a person. See, he's satisfied with gain which comes out of his own accord. Suppose he's doing business and he gets profit, so he takes it. He's satisfied with that. If there is loss, he accepts that also. Okay, and he's free from duality. That's what we are saying. Duality means this is material world is a place of duality. If you have good, there is bad. If there is darkness, there is light. Okay, if there is hate, like, there is dislike. So like that. If it is hot, there is cold. So opposites are there. Duality means what? Opposites. Okay, so a Krishna conscious person, he's not bothered. See, we, normal material people, if it's cold, we get too, what do you say? Irritated. We get, oh, it's so cold. I wish it was hot. We think when it is summer again, we think, oh, it's so hot. I wish it was cool, nice breeze comes. So we are like that duality. But these people, devotees, they're not bothered. They know that this too will pass. They know this phase will go. It will not stay for permanent. They know that this phase will go because the winter comes for 3 4 months, right? They know it just stays for 3 months or for 3 or 4 months, and then it goes away. So they understand the reality. This too will pass. So they know that happiness will come, then again sadness will come. Again happiness will come, then sadness will come. They know this. It will pass. So they are free from duality. They know that sometimes success will come, sometimes failure will come. They're ready to accept both. So they're stable. Either in all situations, they are stable. Okay. And does not envy. So he does not envy. He's not jealous of anybody. Okay, because not he's not on the material platform. He does not think materially, right? People on the material platform generally envy. Devotees don't have that envy, right? But their main intention is to satisfy Krishna and not some material person. So that concept of envy is not there in them. Okay, they're always, their mind is always focused on how to please devotees, how to please Krishna. So that the whole mind is in that. They have no time to think about oh, jealousy, envy that person, this person. No, they don't have time for that. Okay, and who is steady in both success and failure. So success and failure for him is like they're both equal for him. Okay, he knows that if there is sometimes there will be success, then sometimes there will be failure, because this is a world of duality. Both will come, he knows, and he's ready to accept that. And he's never entangled although performing actions. Why? Because whatever material action that he's doing, it also he's doing it to please Krishna. He's doing a job. Why is he doing? So that he can maintain his soul and body, so that he can live healthy and do bhakti, right? And cooking, it appears materially, but he's offering it to the Lord and having it as prasadam. So whatever ways you see, he's not entangled. There is no karma. Whatever action he's is doing it to please Krishna. So it becomes akarma. So now let's see 22. What Krishna is. What Prabhupada says in the purport. So he's satisfied with gains which are obtained of their own accord. We saw, right? Whatever comes his way, he just accepts. Honestly, he works, and whatever he gets, he accepts. A Krishna conscious person does not make much endeavor even to maintain his body. So even to maintain his body also, like nowadays what we do, I mean, I'm just telling generally, but we have to maintain. We think we're here, right? We need so much protein, so much carbs, so many vitamins, so many minerals. We need so much juice morning, evening. You have to drink. You have to eat nuts, sprouts. They keep saying all this, right? To be healthy. Okay, but a Krishna conscious person, he does not make endeavor even to maintain his body. Whatever comes his way, he just eats because it's prasadam. He knows that Krishna will maintain him. Okay, whatever. He does not say, oh, if you give me sprouts only, I will eat. If you give me nuts only, I will eat. My health is important for me. If you give me two times juice, then I will drink that. I don't want this. He doesn't say that. He does not take special endeavor to maintain his body. He totally leaves everything on Krishna, the result to Krishna, because he knows Krishna will take care of his devotee. If it is required, he will give it Krishna. Otherwise, if it is not required, he will not give it. I will be happy with this. I will eat this only. So whatever he prepares, he offers it to the Lord and takes it as prasadam. Okay? And even the money which he earns, he uses most of it in service of the Lord. And whatever little that he keeps for himself, he tries to stay in that small house, buying not costly clothes, just clothes that can protect him. Minimum, not like branded clothes and all those extra comforts. Okay, like that. So even though if he doesn't have a bed, he sleeps on the floor, but with just putting a mat, like that. He maintains his body. I mean, like he does not go for all those comforts, extra things and everything. to maintain his body also. He neither begs nor borrows. He is satisfied with whatever is obtained by his honest labor. Therefore, independent in his livelihood. So he does not depend on anybody. Okay, whatever he thinks that whatever is earning, this is what Krishna has sanctioned me, or per my karma, this is what I am supposed to, I'm destined. So he never begs and does everything. He does not want to show up by begging everybody and then see, I have so much, I have so much. Nothing like that. He lives simply, a simple life. Prabhupada says, na, simple life, high thinking. He does not want to show off. Oh, see, I have 3 bedroom house, or see my branded clothes, or whatever the food that I'm eating. See, I'm eating all these costly nuts, badam, cashews. He does not try to show off. He is independent in his life. He just eats what comes his way. Very simple. He is. It does not depend on others. Whatever honestly he earns, with that he is satisfied. He does not get affected by anyone's intrusion in his own service in Krishna's consciousness. See, he does not get affected. See, suppose there is a weather change, or no, it's like if someone is insulting him, or if someone criticizes him, he does not get affected. Okay, he is not bothered at all. He is only interested in his own service in Krishna consciousness. See, like I mean, normal people like us, please don't think when I say us always, please think it is just me, okay? Because we generally use that us, right? Like that comes. Us means not you, please. It's just me. See, when we say normal people like us, we somebody insults us, now we say, no, I will leave Krishna consciousness. How dare he insult me? What does he think? He does not know my position. I've done so much seva. I'm such a senior. He does not know me. He insults me like this. From tomorrow, I will not come to this temple. I will not see this devotee's face only. We think like this and we leave Krishna consciousness and go off from Krishna consciousness. But a serious Krishna conscious person, he's not affected because he's so busy in satisfying Krishna and devotees that he is not bothered what others are saying bad or even good, also, he doesn't care. He's not affected if anybody criticizes him, if anybody tries to bring him down or whatever, or if the weather conditions are not bad, if it's very cold. Even then, he gets up in the morning, he does cold water bath, and then he comes, but he will never obstruct his seva. He will never let anybody obstruct his seva. His seva has to be done, whether people criticize him or punish him, or whatever they do, whatever the circumstance, the environment, be it cold or hot or rainy, however, he will do his service. Like that. He is so sincere. Does not allow any duality of the material world, like see, heat or cold, misery or happiness, to obstruct the service of the Lord. Instead, is steady both in success and failure. So these signs are visible when one is fully in transcendental knowledge. So one who has the transcendental knowledge, only he will be able to be a serious devotee. Okay, otherwise you cannot. Okay, so these are the signs of a true Krishna conscious devotee. That's what they're saying. So 23rd. Mataji, can you please read Mataji, Jai Mataji, 23rd shloka?
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Hare Krishna. Shloka 23. Gada Sangasya Muktasya Jnanavastita Chetasaha Yajnaya Acharatah Karma Samagram Previliyate.
Hari Bol, wonderful Mataji. Please also read the translation, Mataji.
Okay, Mataji, shoot. The work of a man who is unattached to the modes of material nature and who is fully situated in transcendental knowledge merges entirely into transcendence.
Okay. Please read 24 also, Mataji, because the description is given in the next page for 23 and 24 together. So we'll try
Okay,
to
Mataji.
summarize both together, Mataji.
24, na? Okay,
Yes,
Mataji.
Mataji.
Okay, sure, sure. You see, 23 it is written, na? But it is 24, na, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Yes, yes.
Last time also same
Yeah,
confusion.
correct, correct, Mataji.
Brahmar, Hare Krishna, Sloka 24. Brahmarpanam, Brahmahavir, Brahm, Brahmaknau, Brahmanahutam, Brahmaiva Tena Gandavyam, Brahma Karma Samadhina Dhina.
Hari bol. Wonderful, wonderful, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Please read translation also, Mataji.
Okay. A person who is fully absorbed in Krishna consciousness is sure to attain the spiritual kingdom because of his full contribution to spiritual activities, in which the consummation is absolute and that which is offered is of the same spiritual nature.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
Okay, so these both are talking about a Krishna conscious person, like a pure devotee. They're talking about like Uttama Adhikari. So that person is always like he will definitely go back to Godhead because his activities in this world are absolute. They are absolute in the sense they are done to please Krishna. So the activity that he's doing is to please Krishna. So obviously that when he goes back also, he will go back to the spiritual kingdom. So the work of a man who is unattached to the modes of material nature. Okay, a Krishna conscious person isn't Shuddha Sattva. He is transcendental. See, the material modes are what? Sattva guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. But a pure devotee is above all these material modes. He is in the Shuddha Sattva. Okay, so only if you come to Shuddha Sattva can you go into Goloka Vrindavan. Okay, he is such a person. He is eligible because he does only spiritual activities. Always in that thought, he's eating Krishna, he's sleeping Krishna, he's thinking of Krishna, pleasing Krishna, walking Krishna, talking Krishna. Everywhere it is Krishna, remembering Krishna. So, like that, such a person, he will obviously go back to Krishna. So, let's see what Prabhupada gives. Such a person is said to be Krishna consciousness who is freed from all dualities and contaminations of material modes. We said, right? He's in Shuddha Sattva and he's freed of all dualities. So he's steady, right? Even success or failure, he's steady in everything, heat or cold, good or bad, he's like steady. So, knowing his constitutional relationship with Krishna, his mind is undeviated from Krishna. See, always he's in Krishna. He's thinking how I can do this more better so that I can please Krishna. How to associate. How else can uh, it is would it be better so that I can do this. Like for Janmashtami, okay, last Janmashtami, okay, this problems came. So next Janmashtami he'll be planning. Next Janmashtami is coming 1 2 months before itself. He'll plan. Okay, that last time that happened, so now this time it should not happen. So he's focusing. Even 2 months before or 3 months before Janmashtami, he's planning. What can I do so that this should not happen this time? This mistake should not happen. How can I improve? How can I please Krishna? Like that, he'll be planning. So his mind is always in that only. Okay, it's undeviated. So whatever he does for Krishna. So all his works technically become sacrifices as every sacrifice is satisfying Vishnu. See, everything, it is not a material activity. Everything he does is to satisfy Krishna, not to satisfy his senses. Okay, the resultant reactions to all such works certainly merge into, obviously, if you do spiritual activities, you'll go into spirituality, right? You'll get liberated. So, a conditioned soul is entangled in material contamination, can get out of the material atmosphere only through Krishna consciousness. See, this is the sum and substance. See, if you want to get liberated from this material world, the only golden principle that you have to apply is be in Krishna consciousness. There is no way, no way, no way. Only practicing Krishna consciousness if you want to get out of material contamination. Because if you engage your senses in the service of the Lord, your mind and senses get purified because you're serving the Lord who is all pure, uncontaminated. So you will start slowly getting purified. Okay, the more you get purified, all your bad anarthas will go away. Mada, Matsya, Koma, all those. So when you get purified, what happens? You develop love of Krishna. That is what is our goal, right? We develop taste for Krishna. We develop love of Krishna. So when we develop love of Krishna, what is the use for us to stay here? We'll go back to Golaka Vrindavan, right? That's what they're saying here. So the only way you can get liberated, there's no other shortcut or whatever you call, is not there. Only way is practicing Krishna consciousness if you want to get liberated from this horrible, painful, stressful, difficult material world. If you want to be tension free, you have to do Krishna consciousness. You have to practice Krishna consciousness. So, a patient suffering from overindulgence in milk products is cured by another product, namely curds. See, if a person, if when you drink milk, too much milk, what will happen? You will get motions. But the motions can be cured how? By one more milk product, that is curd. If you eat curd, that motions will be stopped. That's what they're saying here. Okay, so what that means, Brahman means spiritual. Okay, Brahma Jyoti is Lord's spiritual effulgence. We know that, right? Impersonal Brahman, Brahma Jyoti. So when the Jyoti is covered by illusion, Maya or sense gratification, it is called material. See, what that is why they say when you go to Vrindavan, material people see the material Vrindavan. I mean, it's not material or spiritual Vrindavan. Vrindavan, like a normal city, they see like now, oh, big buildings are there. There are donkeys, there are monkeys, there are birds, there are dogs. There is just kachra here. There are sewage gutters. They see pigs. They see all this and they irritate them. It's like why they can't see the real Vrindavan? Because that illusion, Maya has that covering. Maya has covered our eyes. Or Maya has covered that real Vrindavan from us because we don't deserve it. We can't see it. So, like that, we can't see Krishna when we are in illusion that when Maya covers us. So, when Maya covers us, we see only everything about ourselves, our sense gratification we see. So, that is called material. But this material veil, how can it be removed at once? By practicing Krishna consciousness. This illusion, that curtain of Maya, how it can be removed by practicing Krishna consciousness. Okay, the mind fully absorbed in Krishna consciousness, it is said to be in samadhi or trance. So if you practice Krishna consciousness, always eating, sleeping Krishna, talking, whatever you're doing, you're in same trance. It is like you're in samadhi. You're always thinking about Krishna, how I can please Krishna, what can I do to please Krishna? Now what should I do for Krishna? It is time for Krishna to eat. I have to give bhoga. Now it's time for Krishna to bathe. I have to bathe Krishna. I have to make garlands for Krishna. Now it's Aarti time. So you are always thinking about Krishna. The mind is always thinking about Krishna. So anything done, see in this situation, anything done in such trance is called yagna or sacrifice. Okay, this is real yagna. When you do everything for Krishna in this mood, in this samadhi mood. Okay, they're giving an example for that. See, working on one's account and working on God's account. See, example, a cashier is there in the bank. See, his job is to count the money. Now people will come and deposit money. So he has to take that money, count, deposit that, and that's his job. But so that he's doing on as a job he's doing. There is some authority and he's working under that authority. He's taking the money. But if he takes the same money for his own benefit, he steals the money for his own benefit, then he is arrested, right? But if he takes the same amount of money and he puts it in the drawer, it belongs to the bank now. It belongs to the authority. Then he will not be punished. But if he does it for his own, he steals that same money for himself, he is arrested. So, like that, they're trying to say that, see, if we do anything for our sense gratification, we will be punished. We will not be liberated. We will be roaming in the cycle of birth and death. Why? Because whatever we do for our sense gratification, there'll be a reaction. There'll be good or bad karma. To suffer or enjoy that, we have to come back. Okay, so that's why. But if you do it to please Krishna, who is authority, he will take all the responsibility. You don't have to worry. You just do your duty. He will take care. Like how the cashier, the authority, if he puts it in the drawer, it's the responsibility of the authority. They will take care. But the same cash, if he steals it for his sense gratification, he will be arrested, obviously. So if he's, even if a soldier is there, a soldier, he is given Paramveer Chakra if he kills, for example, India and Pakistan war is going on. So that soldier he kills many Indian, Pakistan soldiers. So for that he gets Paramveer Chakra from the government, whose authority. But the same soldier, if he kills his neighbor next door for his personal interest, because he has some grudge or anger, he will be immediately arrested. Now that soldier can't ask, see, now I killed 100 Pakistan soldiers, you gave me award. But now I killed my neighbor, one neighbor I killed, you are arresting me. What is this injustice? He will ask. It is not injustice. See, when he killed 100 Pakistan soldiers, the authority, it was based on the government authority. They will take charge. Okay, they said you do this. So that's why he was awarded. Okay, but now when he killed the neighbor next door, he killed it for his sense gratification because he didn't like him or something happened between them or whatever, personal interest for his sense gratification. Then he gets arrested. So like that. Now Arjuna also, you see the example. Arjuna he fought the war. Why? Actually, he didn't want to fight. He didn't like, but to please Krishna, he fought. Okay, you see the difference. Now Duryodhana also he was fighting the war, but why was he fighting? To please his senses. He wanted the throne of Hastinapur. He did it for his sense gratification. That is why he got punished. Right? So that we should know. So we should always work for Krishna. Then Krishna will take care. He is the authority who will take care. But if we do anything for our sense gratification, we will be responsible for our own bad or good karma, for which we will never get liberated. So we have to keep coming back to this material world to enjoy again the good or bad the reactions. Okay, so we'll stop here today, Matajis. And next is a different total topic, like where sacrifice, what kind of yagna you have to do. Right, different kinds of yagnas are there. The only yagna that we know is like sacrifice fire in we put, but there are many different kinds of sacrifices that the devotees do, the impersonals do, the karma kandis do. There are many classifications. So I thought today we'll stop here. We will not take half hour for like that bit by bit. So we'll try to cover it in the next class on Monday. So Sunday we'll have no class as usual. Monday we'll again meet at 2 o'clock. Okay.
Okay, Mataji.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Matajis. And now, if you have any questions,